Welcome to Sports News. Coach Edwin Okon says his team is ready for the outcome of the FIFA Women's World Cup to be hosted by Canada. The draw ceremony for the 7th edition of the women's biggest football tournament will be held in Canada's capital city, Ottawa, with 24 finalist teams to be divided into 6 groups. Nigeria is featured in all 6 previous editions of the FIFA Women's World Cup with a quarter-final berth in 1999, the Super Falcons' best effort so far. And in club football, unbeaten Chelsea go to Newcastle for this weekend's English Premier League match against the Magpies, a game Jose Mourinho has never won. Mourinho has drawn 2 and lost twice on previous visits to St James's Park and is still chasing the elusive first win. Chelsea are 6 points clear of the top of the Premier League and have not been beaten since the beginning of August. But Mourinho says approaching each game is the team's main focus and not the records. Meanwhile, Manchester City manager Manuel Pellegrini has made no plans to bring any new players to the club during the January transfer window. City have injury concerns ahead of their Saturday night football clash with Everton, but this has not prompted Pellegrini to panic. And Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger says his team will again be without Theo Walcott for tomorrow's English Premier League trip to Stoke City, as the England forward is still recovering from a thigh injury. Arsenal have a poor record at Stoke, winning only once in the league at the Britannia Stadium since the Midlands club returned to the top flight in 2008, but Wenger played down the significance of what is notoriously a tricky fixture. That's it on Sports News. It's back to Sulaiman with the rest of the news at 10.
Many thanks, Charles. Now, it's 1 year since the anti-apartheid icon Nelson Mandela died at 95, and a series of events were today organized in his honor. With President Jacob Zuma away in China for a state visit, the events were led by Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa. It began in the early hours of today with an interfaith prayer session held at the Freedom Park, a memorial for the country's war and anti-apartheid struggle veterans in Pretoria. A South Africa correspondent, Betty Dibia, has details of the anniversary.
It's already 1 year since Nelson Mandela left this earth, but his persona and ideals still loom much larger than this 9-meter statue of him at the Union Buildings in the hearts and minds of so many around the world. And to mark this day, his family, friends and citizens of the country made time to celebrate him one more time. His widow, grand and great-grandchildren, other family members and close friends gathered at the Union Building for the wreath-laying ceremony. Standing at the foot of the 9-meter statue of her late husband, Ms. Graça Michelle paid glowing tribute while challenging those who love and admire him to take his work further.
His legacy is in the goodness and the dedication to serve others which exists in every single human being alive today and those who are going to come, and who will claim to be identified with the values he embodies.
One after the other, the guests laid wreaths in his honor after a series of tributes.
Can I then quickly ask
The next leg of the series of official events was at the commemorative Freedom Park, where the Deputy President, Cyril Ramaphosa, led the ringing of bells, 3 minutes of silence and singing of the national anthem across the country.
There are many more hills to climb, and we dare not linger, for our work is not yet ended. With Madiba's spirit as our lodestar, we cannot and we dare not fail.
Mandela's grandson and chief of Mvezo, Nkosi Mandela, spoke on behalf of the family.
We shall remember you in the undying hope of our mothers. We shall remember you in the fighting spirits of our fathers. we shall remember you in the wisdom and tales of the elders. Atalpunga! Atalpunga!
And the world shall also remember Nelson Mandela's words to people to do their bit for others, bearing in mind that we can only reaffirm our humanity through the humanity of others. From here, action shifts to the Wanderers Stadium in Johannesburg for a legacy match, the Nelson Mandela Legacy Cup, between the national cricket team, the Proteas, and the national rugby team, the Springboks. From the Freedom Park in Pretoria, South Africa, Betsy Dibia, Channels Television News.
Well, Chinese government today arrested and expelled an ex-security chief from the country for what it says are corrupt transactions. Mr. Zhu is accused of several crimes, including serious violations of party discipline, accepting large sums of bribes, disclosing party and state secrets, and committing adultery with several women as part of corrupt transactions. And on entertainment news, Don Moen, Donnie McLaughlin, Sinach, and other international gospel singers arrived Lagos for the 9th edition of The Experience. Maiwa Gundale has details and other entertainment stories.
Well, that is gospel singer Donnie McLaughlin singing a popular Nigerian chorus as he arrived in the country for the 9th edition of the annual gospel musical concert, The Experience. In his company are other top gospel acts, including Don Moen, Choma Jesus, and the Midnight Crew.
This is my 8th experience, and I think they're getting better and better. It feels like in the last couple of years, the experience is hitting its pace.
The cast and crew members of the MTV Staying Alive series, Sugar, have announced that a 4th installment of the HIV/AIDS awareness drama is in the offing. Coming together in Lagos, Southwest Nigeria, alongside some other notable entertainers, the characters Femi, Foye, Princess, and the rest of the gang interacted with other movie enthusiasts.
It's not just entertainment, it's something that passes on a message, and I've seen Sugar affect and change people's lives.
Director of the controversial movie Half of a Yellow Sun Bee, Mandela, believes if piracy is not fought out of the creative circle, it will eventually stifle growth of the industry. The man whose screen adaptation of Chimamanda's prize-winning book suffered a huge loss to privacy wants all hands to be on deck when fighting bootleggers.
Piracy is a fact of life in Nigeria. I think it can be dealt with. I think it needs to be dealt with because it makes it more difficult for people, for hardworking people, to invest money in movies.
And on to new music now. Sonora singer Tosi Martins is making a comeback with the release of the track Letter Days, featuring singer Waja. And finally, music upstart Zusi has dropped a music video for his debut single, Monkey No Fine. Well, that's it on STV News. Let's head back for the minis.
Well, on the main news again, Akinwumi Ambode has emerged winner of the All Progressives Party primary election held in Lagos. Mr. Ambode beat 11 other contestants, polling 3,735 votes to pick the APC governorship ticket. The military has said that it has dislodged Boko Haram terrorists from Adamawa State's second largest town, Mubi, as the Chief of Defense Staff has asked senior Air Force officers to support the war against terror. That's the news at 10 tonight. Well, thank you for watching.